Stonehenge stands alone, a silhouette against the sky, a ghost from a forgotten time. For thousands of years, these massive stones have guarded their secrets. We think we know Stonehenge, a temple, a calendar, a burial ground. But what if we don't know the first thing about this place? How did so-called primitive people quarry and transport these colossal blue stones? How did they raise them with such astronomical precision? The questions multiply. Stonehenge is a puzzle box, and we've only ever looked at the lid. The real secrets often lie hidden beneath the surface. What if the most important structures are buried deep in the soil below? A new age of discovery was about to begin. In 2010, archaeologists launched the Stonehenge Hidden Landscapes Project, a mission to see what lay beneath the surface. For 4 years, scientists from across Europe scanned the earth, using magnetometers and ground-penetrating radar instead of shovels. They peeled back the skin of the Salisbury Plain, sending pulses of energy deep into the soil. These pulses bounced off whatever was buried, creating echoes. The magnetometers measured tiny disturbances in the Earth's magnetic field. Slowly, the team created a map, not of the world we see, but of a world lost for over 4,000 years. This was not traditional archaeology. It was a digital seance with the ghosts of the past. Nearly 4 square miles were scanned in unprecedented detail. Every patch of soil was interrogated by the machines. The goal to place Stonehenge back into its original context, as the centerpiece of a vast, significant landscape. The researchers expected to find a few new burial mounds or ditches. They had no idea they were about to rewrite history. The sheer volume of data was staggering. Computers churned through it for years. What emerged was breathtaking, a ghost landscape, a detailed blueprint of a prehistoric world. The area around Stonehenge was not empty. It was alive with activity, covered in structures, hundreds of them. Most had been invisible to the naked eye for millennia. The project revealed that the famous stone circle was not the main event. It was just one part of a much bigger picture. Stonehenge was not an isolated monument. It was the heart of a sprawling, interconnected ceremonial landscape. The story of Stonehenge had just become much more complicated. The first results from the project sent shockwaves through archaeology. Buried just a mile from Stonehenge, radar found a row of up to 100 massive stones lying on their sides, forming a huge C-shaped monument, a superhenge. This structure, named Durrington Walls, dwarfed almost everything else from that period in Britain. Why had these stones been toppled or buried? No one knew. But that was just the beginning. The underground map revealed countless other features. Unknown burial mounds, strange pits and geometric patterns. One was the Cursus, a 2-mile-long enclosure with enormous pits at either end, aligned to the solstice sunrise and sunset, a ceremonial pathway. The scans also revealed 17 previously unknown chapels or shrines, dotted around the main stone circle. These smaller structures suggested a complex religious society, with layers of ritual and belief. The landscape was teeming with pilgrims, people coming from all over to this sacred place. Stonehenge was not a lonely temple. It was the Vatican City of its day. This new evidence forced a total rethink. For so long, the focus had been on the great standing stones. But the Hidden Landscapes Project showed us the true story was in the holes, ditches, and forgotten pathways. The landscape itself was the monument, a vast interconnected network of sacred sites. The stone circle was just the jewel in a very large and mysterious crown. The discoveries challenged everything we thought we knew. The mystery had only deepened. The discovery at Durrington Walls was the most stunning of all. Radar revealed a massive array of buried stones or giant wooden posts, evidence of one of the largest Neolithic settlements in Northern Europe. This was a metropolis, a place where the builders of Stonehenge may have lived. Archaeologists proposed that Stonehenge and Durrington Walls were two halves of a whole. Durrington Walls, the land of the living; Stonehenge, the land of the dead. A ceremonial road connected the two, following the River Avon, a symbolic journey from life to death. Thousands gathered at Durrington Walls for feasts and celebrations, leaving behind piles of animal bones. This was the home of the builders, a temporary city that swelled with workers during construction. But questions remain. Why would the land of the living have a massive stone monument even if buried? Some believe the stones were part of an earlier phase, later dismantled and buried as a ritual to end the site's power. Or perhaps the narrative of living and dead is too simple. Both sites may have served multiple purposes, shifting over centuries. The discovery of this hidden city only deepened the central mystery. The landscape was more complex than anyone had imagined. The boundaries between life and death, ritual and daily life, were blurred. The story of Stonehenge was not just about stones. It was about people, belief, and transformation. The more we uncover, the more enigmatic it becomes. The city beneath the earth challenges our understanding of the ancient world. The secrets of Stonehenge are far from solved. The enigma endures. As scientists analyzed the data, they found something else, something they couldn't easily explain. In certain areas around the main stone circle, magnetometers detected powerful, localized magnetic anomalies. These signals were especially strong near some of the standing stones, particularly the blue stones brought from Wales. The official explanation is geological, natural features, or ancient lightning strikes. But the signals seem too specific, too connected to the man-made structure. Why go to such lengths to transport these particular stones? Local legend says the blue stones have healing powers. Myths call Stonehenge the giant's dance. Some researchers wonder if the magnetic anomalies are linked to the properties of the blue stones themselves. Could the builders have chosen them for reasons beyond color or shape? Areas with unusual magnetic fields can affect human consciousness, inducing awe, fear, or a sense of connection. Was Stonehenge designed as a machine to alter consciousness, built on a site of natural power? The magnetic signals might not be an accident. They might be the entire point.
Mainstream archaeology sees these discoveries as revolutionary, not supernatural. The new data reveals a detailed picture of Neolithic and Bronze Age society. Stonehenge was the heart of a vast ceremonial landscape, a theatre for ritual, religion, and power. The monuments, the curses, Durrington walls, barrows, were all stages in a spiritual drama. Archaeologists point to the alignments as proof of sophisticated astronomy and engineering. Building Stonehenge required social cohesion, surplus food, and powerful leadership. The site evolved over thousands of years, each phase reflecting changes in ritual and belief. For archaeologists, Stonehenge is a story of cultural evolution, written in earth and stone. This interpretation explains the hows and whens, but struggles with the why. Why this spot? Why such effort for the blue stones? Why bury a massive monument? The archaeological view provides a framework, but the human passion behind it remains elusive. The data gives us a map, but the spirit of Stonehenge is still a mystery.
Beyond mainstream archaeology, alternative theories flourish. Some suggest a lost, advanced civilization built Stonehenge, a legacy of forgotten technology. Others see a global network of ancient sites, all sharing advanced knowledge. Was Stonehenge part of a planetary energy grid, a power plant, or a communications device? The ancient astronaut theory proposes extraterrestrial visitors, guided human development, sharing their secrets. In this view, Stonehenge was built by or with the help of these visitors. The strange magnetic anomalies could be the lingering energy of a forgotten power source. These are extraordinary claims, requiring extraordinary evidence. But they remind us not to dismiss big questions. Science is built on challenging the unknown. These theories keep the mystery alive. They force us to admit we simply don't know. The enigma of Stonehenge endures, inviting wonder and speculation. The truth may be stranger than we imagine. The pace of discovery continues to accelerate. In 2024, new analysis revealed a massive, previously unknown circular structure, nearly 1.5 miles wide. This causewayed enclosure appears to enclose the entire sacred area, including Stonehenge and Durrington walls. It suggests the landscape was marked as special from a much earlier date. The great stones were not the beginning. They were a late addition to a place already sacred for 1,000 years. This vast circle was the original blueprint, the first act of construction. New techniques are mapping the magnetic anomalies in 3 dimensions, adding layers of complexity. Some signals emanate from deep underground. Others are linked to the base of the standing stones. The mystery of the magnetic fields is only getting deeper. Each discovery opens up new questions. The landscape is a multi-layered text, written over millennia. We are only beginning to learn the alphabet. The full meaning remains tantalizingly out of reach. Stonehenge's secrets are still buried beneath our feet. So we are left where we began, in the shadow of the great stones, surrounded by questions. We now know Stonehenge is not an isolated monument, but the heart of a sprawling prehistoric complex. The official story is one of a sophisticated Neolithic society. Builders, astronomers, priests. But does it explain the magnetic anomalies, the effort of hauling the blue stones, the ambition of the project? Alternative theories suggest we're missing a fundamental piece, a lost science, a forgotten power, or a message from the past. Was Stonehenge a tool, a machine, a device to harness earth and cosmic energies? the question remains, what is really buried beneath Stonehenge? Is it just stones and bones, or something more? The monument endures, waiting for us to ask the right questions. The truth, for now, remains hidden, an enduring enigma beneath the ancient stones.